You know how almost every 3D print starts looking kind of plain? You can usually spot something that's 3D printed from a mile away. Whether it's keychains, coasters, desk organizers, and other gifts, most of us either leave it as is, spend time sanding and painting it, or try multicolor printing to make it look a little bit more premium. But what if you could print full color graphics directly onto your 3D prints? That's exactly what this machine does. This is the EufyMake E1, a desktop UV printer that prints directly onto finished objects, including 3D prints you already make. Today we're going to see what it can do, how it fits into a maker workflow, and whether it actually deserves a spot in a workshop. So the EufyMake E1 is a desktop UV printer. Instead of printing on paper, it prints directly onto objects, adding full color graphics, logos, labels, artwork, and even raised 3D textures. Until recently, this kind of capability was mostly limited to industrial machines, like this roll-in flatbed UV printer, which weighs over 400 pounds, takes up the space of 2 kitchen ovens, and costs well over 10 times as much. The E1 brings that same workflow down to a desktop footprint. But the real interest for us is being able to combine this with 3D printing. UV printing lets your 3D printer focus on the job, building the shape, and then the E1 could handle everything that makes it look finished. Instead of designing logos or dealing with fine text or artwork directly on your model, you can just print the base object first and then add the graphics afterwards on here. That means a plain print can become custom coasters, artwork, branded signs with crisp logos, jewelry with interesting patterns, personalized gifts with names or photos, and functional prints that actually look finished. It separates the object from the surface detail, which opens up a lot more creative flexibility, because now you can just focus on printing the part first and worry about the color and the details after. So what actually makes UV printing different from something like a standard inkjet printer? Well, inkjet printers are designed for paper. UV printers are designed for rigid surfaces. That means virtually any material, so plastics, acrylic, wood, leather, glass, metal, ceramic, stone, and of course, 3D printed parts. The ink is cured instantly using ultraviolet light, curing a durable finish that won't smear once printed. And once it's cured, the prints are also water resistant and significantly more durable than standard inkjet prints. Another standout feature is using the textured printing. So instead of a flat image, the E1 can build up layers of ink to create a raised detail you can actually feel. I believe the variance is up to about 5 millimeters. That could be embossed text for logos, even textured artwork. In the past, we've also tested laser marking for 3D printing, and while the results can look great, they're heavily dependent on the material and the filament color and the type of laser that you're actually using. UV printing removes that limitation entirely, giving consistent color results across a much wider range of materials. The E1 comes standard with 6 inks. You've got your CMYK, as well as a white and gloss ink. You also have the option of getting a flexible white ink, which allows you to print on non-rigid materials. For example, I could print directly onto TPU and the graphics would be able to flex with that part. Kind of cool. Another example would be able to print onto clothing, and that would be able to bend and move with your clothes as well. On the software side of things, I found it surprisingly simple. If you've ever used a Cricut machine or other laser cutters, it's fairly similar. You simply drop your material in, it takes a photo, import your artwork, position it on the object, resize it, and send it to print. There are also controls for textured printing, where you can decide which parts of the design are raised. You also get options of choosing what colors and inks you're going to be using. So you can do just CMYK if you want transparent effects, or if you're printing on, say, for example, glass, you can put a white backer so you can see the full image. I found the workflow fairly intuitive, and behind the scenes features like a built-in camera and dual laser positioning system makes setup pretty straightforward. And I appreciate that all the printer maintenance is fully automated with regular cleaning cycles that prevent your nozzles from drying up and clogging, something that is normally a pain to manage on other UV printers. So time to give you an idea of what this guy can actually do. We tested out some example projects. We 3D printed the light box, and then we UV printed just CMYK directly on top, and we'll be able to illuminate from behind. I can also print directly onto glass, so I like printing on the back side of glass, and then you can do a white backer there. This is a great example. So we have like a little clock face, so you can just 3D print the clock object itself, but for the clock face, you can 3D print directly onto there. Also, I think this is really cool. You can do different labels for boxes, or if you wanted to get more creative, I did things like coasters and even jewelry. So you could like 3D print your shapes for jewelry. We got this little cactus here, and I UV printed directly on top. The big advantage here is that your printer is no longer limited to how many colors it can print, the size of the nozzle, and your layer heights for getting all of those details. Since UV printing is extremely high resolution, you can get fine details that would be impossible to achieve in a 3D print. Another idea that kind of stood out to me is in D&D terrain. Imagine terrain pieces where stone, wood, grass, and environmental details are printed directly onto the surface instead of being painted by hand. Not to say painting by hand isn't great, but it might not be for everybody. It also opens the door for custom signage and artwork. In fact, the texture print capability starts to feel similar to something like Displate metal posters, if you're familiar with that company. But now you have the ability to fully customize that design yourself. So who's this printer for? I'd say it isn't a machine for everyone. If you're just creating practical parts that don't need this level of finishing, you might never need something like this. But if you design products that integrate artwork or photos, run a small business like selling customized signage, making small gifts, or enjoy making detailed, finished-looking 3D prints, it becomes a lot more interesting. The E1 starts at around $24.99 USD for the base model, with optional deluxe package that adds accessories like their rotary attachment for printing on mugs and tumblers, and a direct-to-film setup for things like UV stickers. So after spending some time with the E1, what stood out most wasn't just the printing capability, it was how naturally it fits into a maker workflow. Even though it does have some 3D texture, it wouldn't be something to replace your 3D printer, but it complements it and opens up a lot of new possibilities for 3D prints. So your printer builds the object, and then the E1 turns it into a finished product. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this something you'd actually use in your workshop? What would you make with it? And if you'd like to see tools like this in the future, let us know in the comments. Your feedback really helps us decide what kind of products are worth bringing into our shop. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.